I need a drink. Can't just do Red Bull. We have to have a drink for Grace.
Now we're on the same page. I've seen 4 episodes. You've seen 4 episodes. And that's 50% of this show. This was the episode that really sold me on the Acolyte. Like, I was enjoying it, but with this episode, I was like, oh, this is cool, particularly the last few minutes. Maybe it's won some of you over as well, or at least opened you up to giving the show a bit of a chance. And no matter how you feel about the Acolyte, I would hope that we can all agree that at the very least, that the last few minutes of this episode are really freaking cool.
No.
Like,
And in
I thought
case
it
you
was
were on the
stupid.
fence about
Actually,
my
really freaking
opinion, now you know that my taste sucks. So
It's some slim shouldered fucking guy in a mask. It's like, and how original, another dark character with a face covering. Wow.
You know why Vader had a mask on? You know why Vader had a mask on? Because he needed it to help him fucking breathe and survive and live. Like, these people are just chucking helmets. You don't still think that that's a dude under that mask, do you?
No,
It's
the shoulders are
100%
too
Kamir.
narrow.
The shoulders,
It's
and even
Kamir.
the way when the head turns, the helmet like shakes, like it's really loose on the head. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But the shoulders, you can tell it's a woman,
Yeah.
unless it's Nick Rekieta.
I was saying, I think it's Kamir, the Asian guy, the scoundrel. I think it's him.
when
No,
that
I don't-
Sith
I don't.
It's a woman's shoulders. It's not a
That's
man's shoulders.
misdirection. Endymion, that's misdirection. They're trying to make it so that you think that it's him. It's not. I'll admit if I'm wrong, but I could almost guarantee that it's not. It's one of the mums.
It's the black mom.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
I think
it is.
that's what it
it's
is,
the
too.
horny mum.
The Smilo
Horny
Ren has a
mom.
white hand. If you go look at it,
Oh, was it?
they
People
they
were
have,
claiming
they
it
have
was
a vaguely white skinned hand. So that's why I was like, oh. And then I thought it was Kamir because I'm like, that's usually the misdirect they usually do in like a lot of things, right? The guy that's the killer's, he's like a bumbling idiot, but that's
Yeah,
how he's just
the
doing
other
that on
thing, too,
purpose.
The other thing
Yeah.
too that makes me think that it's not the Ezra Miller looking dude is because the Wookiee is alive at the beginning of the episode when they land on the planet. At no time was he separated from May to be able to go and kill the Wookiee and then get back to May. Like that.
Well, he does get stringed up, right? But we could just,
All right.
we could have just,
Let's just go back
You
real
know-
quick to what Rhino said, because I think he's right. Of course it's going to be the horny mom. Why? Because this way they get to have a badass female version of Darth Maul.
Yeah,
That's
correct.
why.
Correct. But also
That's as
too,
far as you
she-
got to think with this shit.
But also too, she was the one that hated the Jedi the most during all those discussions in episode 3. You know, with the flashback thing, she hated the Jedi. You know, so it makes me think that it's her.
All right, let's keep
Darth
going.
Maul also only had one line of dialogue.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing with him at the time, just kind of making him background and mysterious, and then they ruined it in Clone Wars and fucking chopped his penis off.
Sith
Yeah.
Master floats down in the trees behind Osha. I mean, it was just incredible when I saw that for the first time. I shouted
Was
at
it
my
incredible?
TV like, "Oh shit!"
Did she say she shattered at her TV?
Simpleton.
I shattered at it. She shit on the TV. She was so excited. She said, "F the bathroom. I'm gonna shit on my TV." Why not?
You can't make this shit up.
Can we get somebody please clip that?
That's outrageous. Done.
I shouted
Was
at
it
my
incredible?
TV like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
Oh my
that's so
God,
funny.
That's some like
It
Pornhub
was
shit.
So cool. And then the Jedi start freaking out, and Jackie's like, "What is that?" It was like watching a Star Wars horror movie.
Whoa!
I just
Oh
really
my
thought it was
God.
cool.
Oh
Now
my
she knows
Then
what
when
we
the
felt
Sith
like the
Master
last
deploys
5-6
a
years.
red lightsaber,
Oh, it's a
Oh,
red
the
lightsaber.
lightsaber. It's red.
Whoa.
He Vadered.
the
Oh.
Jedi freak out. And next week, I think we're in for a banger lightsaber battle. And I think also we can all agree, no matter how you feel about the show overall, that the fight choreography has been quite good here. So
No.
that should be really.
What?
It's been fucking awful.
You are.
There's
so
only been
out of
fight
touch,
choreography
man.
for one fight, the very opening scene of the first episode.
There's
What you talking
two.
about?
When Saul fights her
Oh,
in
yeah, Saul
episode
fights
3. Was it in 3?
Episode 2. Episode
2.
2.
Okay. Yeah, they have a little fight. in the street. It's not very long, but
When she uses the fart bomb power to disappear.
but the fight looks the same as the first episode's fight.
Yeah.
They look the same. They're just him like moving back and forth and grabbing her hand here and there, and she's trying to grab his lightsaber.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Matrix.
Yeah.
Is she
Be
supposed to be
great.
serious or
Eight
sarcastic? 'Cause I
Jedi.
can't tell.
No, she's dead serious, man. She is dead serious.
Really?
Yep. Yep.
It
I
hurts.
feel like I can
I
fix
know.
her.
You can't.
You have no idea the tools that I have in my head.
Good luck.
I'm
Oh,
looking
I
all
see-
mainstream.
Sorry. I see George's Giant Slayer in the chat. I just want to say
Hey,
his
George.
video was fantastic this week on the Acolyte. Great job, dude. Really
Good to
good.
see you, George.
I'll see you tomorrow, George, on your stream.
Oh, he might pop on. Sometimes he pops on. Kind of late.
Street Electrical Parade versus one Sith Master. And then while
First off, we don't even know if this is a Sith. To be honest, they haven't even said.
Great freeze frame.
That's true.
That's what she looks like when she's watching the show.
cards, Osha and May are also in play. With May thinking maybe she was a bit hasty joining the dark side. So
That was stupid too. All of a sudden, she's not.
That
dark,
was
not
that
dark
was
side.
really dumb.
Yeah,
that
the
was really dumb.
flip-flopping.
I'm
But both
good now.
characters, Both the twins, like Osha in the temple, she's like thanking Jackie for helping her be able to know that her sister's alive and all of this sort of thing. And she's got all this empathy towards her sister. And then Soul comes to try and recruit her again to come with them to help her. And she's like, yeah, but she killed everybody. Like, she's flip-flopping all over the place too. But that turn from May after 16 years of wanting revenge for almost killing her sister because she wanted to join the Jedi, and now she's noticed that she has joined the Jedi, but now she wants to not do the mission that she's been sanctioned to do. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Well, so see, that's a reflection of these leftists who were all "Fuck the establishment," and then all of a sudden Disney pandered, and they're like, "Ooh, the establishment."
True.
Wait, she turned the comments
That
off.
metaphor.
Somebody said, "Is it no? They're still on." Maybe it was on her other video in the third episode because she was getting tore up. She's ratioed again, by the way.
That's so sad.
Osha and May might both end up being Team Jedi, or maybe they'll decide they're Team Osha and May. So I'm really excited to see how that all plays out next week.
Say that
They're going to
again.
be Team Jedi or they're going to be Team Osha and May? What does that mean, Grace? Do you mean to say that she was going to be Team Jedi or Team
Like Miles Morales, they're going to do their own thing.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they're gonna go start another lesbian cult.
Oh God.
So place your bets. Who is the Sith Master? Some of you are thinking it's Khmer, and I think that's a pretty good guess, especially since they have the same thin, wiry body type. And Khmer is already on planet during this episode.
For a second, Flash. The thing that makes me think that it's definitely not is when the Sith person, if that's what we can call it, walks over to Osha, she is at the same eye level. Look how much taller he is than she is.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, they are at eye level. They'd be the same height.
And he's pushing May awfully hard. Is he just that dedicated to his master, or is he his master? Right? Although, I mean, he does seem to know a lot more than he says. But maybe he's just like the right hand man to the master. You know, I mean, we're not quite sure. It is interesting because Khmer gets trapped, and could he have gotten down that quickly to be the Sith Lord? Because we actually see the Sith Master a little bit earlier than when he floats down behind Osha. Because in the forest, I only discovered this when going through for my notes a couple of times. Because I was like, what is Saul looking at? So I freeze framed it, and I was like, what's going on, Saul? What do you see? And I think that might be a person in those trees, which is awesome. A shadowy figure literally hiding in the shadows.
What are you seeing? You're putting in a human outline. It's like one of those.
Yeah, there's nothing there, Grace.
Oh my god!
Oh man, Grace.
Wow, that's a stretch. You know what she's done? You know those murder scenes where they outline the body on the ground?
Yeah.
That's what she's done to try and see something in that tree.
What I don't understand is why she has so much
properly.
echo
She has
on
this-
her microphone.
Yeah, there's a lot of reverb. It's because she's talking in a very open room. It's very bouncy.
I don't have
Most
any
looking-
carpet.
Yeah, she.
Why
she
does she
needs some
talk
carpet.
like an anime character?
Because I made her.
Grace
And it's
is
very loud. You can learn to slow down and not talk like your, I don't know, veins are injected with Red Bull or something. Fucking hell.
she's got some money. That view is not cheap. I gotta.
Man,
gotta
I
say.
reckon it's a green screen. She's in her parents' basement.
No, she's in a real high up apartment condo, dude.
That's a high rise.
Yeah.
Mm.
Those views like that ain't cheap, brother.
This
yet
episode
she
went
can't
so
get a good
hard it made me
microphone.
bleed and shit for a week.
It's a good point. You think she could get a new microphone then, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or speaking
So
lessons.
Sith. So awesome. But also, you have to wonder, why does Saul dismiss what he potentially sees? What is Saul hiding? He's hiding stuff because, in fact, he tells Osha, who's starting to feel the force again, that she's not going to face her sister, but her past. In fact, they both are. And he makes her another promise. And I'm like, Saul, stop writing checks you can't cash. But he says, when we're safely back on the ship with May, I promise to tell you everything. And I'm like, I hope you guys get back on the ship. I think maybe not all of you are. So speaking of the past,
the red shirts are the ones that are going to be killed
That's
off. you
brilliant
idiot.
analysis. They'll die if there's a promise like that.
Oh,
How many subs does this chick have?
there's the horny bitch. And then you know that the one over her shoulder there, that's a dude, right? That's a trans woman.
At
You
this
all
point,
know
I don't
that.
even know anymore with Star Wars, man.
Yeah.
Which one? The one on the left or the right side?
Yeah,
On the right side, the taller one.
Yeah.
That's
It is,
that's a dude.
I heard it was Philosophy Tube.
A Kami-trune, which, I mean, that's redundant, but yes.
Philosophy Tube, yeah.
Yes.
That's who that is.
Yep.
It's a bread tuber who's trans.
This chick has almost 1 million subs on YouTube. How the
Paid.
is that a thing?
Paid.
I know.
God damn, there's a
Like,
lot
I
of
I
people
mean,
that
she did
don't
You have
know
to
the
understand.
talent.
There's simps. And
There's
if it's
that,
a woman, there's simps.
And she
But
came
she's
on
not
the
even
scene
that
fairly
attractive.
early on, and
She's all right. She's not bad looking.
No, she's not bad looking, but then she talks.